Oh my god, it has been a week. I really was trying to take it easy, but then it's bird all over again. No, it's not. I was exaggerating, knock on wood. Everything's fine. This is all completely normal, and I am at no risk of losing my sanity. This is not a bird. It is not a chicken. This is, in fact, a perfectly normal cat that will pee. So help me, I will will it into existence. So anyways, as in typical wonky fashion, it was a roller coaster. We lived for the thrill. Dobby came home for continued care and under our primary vet's supervision, and was greeted by an entire wardrobe. And that alone is what is holding my sanity currently. And so we created Dobby's Potty Pub, where it's a potty 24/7. But based on the urine culture results, we had a change in antibiotics, and somehow it got worse. His pee was not looking hot, not even remotely up to standard. And then he began to not look so hot, and he stopped eating, and I said, nope. And then he had explosive diarrhea, and I said, nope. We're gonna ignore the voice in the back of my head saying it's Pan Luke and everybody's gonna die, and we're gonna fix this. And so we talked with his vets and did another switcheroo in antibiotics, and then we started up his therapies. He got his first laser therapy at the vet when we ran blood work amidst my panic, and the next day we started ocuscope therapy. What is ocuscope therapy, you ask? Well, I'm going to make a video this week that goes into depth on all the different therapies that Dobby will be receiving. This is also the protocol that we use for many of our unique neurological and injury cases. So I will go into depth, but it is along the lines of acupuncture and a PEMF mat, but more focused and pinpointed, and uses electromagnetic waves to regenerate the nerves. Why? Because I need the nerves to free the pee, and I need the bladder to do a little shrinking. Dobby is not allowed to have a connective tissue disorder alongside me. We are also using our PEMF mat and our sissy loop at home. And with the change of routine and medication, Dobby was thankfully all the way back to himself the next day, minus the explosive diarrhea. We're not really having a good time over here in that department. And so all was going smoothly once more until somebody pulled out their catheter. But he didn't need it, so that's what we call a win. But he had been through so many catheter procedures over the last week that we had opted not to replace it. But we've got to make sure that his bladder stays empty to shrink down. Gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. This is my own version of please don't try this at home. I am a trained professional. Not that this is a desirable skill, but I've somehow become the local legend. A title that I am eagerly awaiting to pass down. Become my prodigy, I beg of you. Now, I cannot accurately put to words just how weird this was. To all two of you that manually express cat bladders, this was so uncomfy. Basically, say a cat bladder, and bear with me here, you signed up for the wonky crew, I didn't force you, is like a little water balloon in the palm of your hand that you have to gently squeeze out. You cannot grab his. Instead, it is like a loose paper bag all throughout his abdomen full of free fluid. And so you just kind of have to grasp at the free fluid and lead it down and try and squeeze it out professionally. And on top of that, he's naked. So the worry is, am I getting it all out? And that is why I need this cat to pee. That and because of my own hand issues. None of us are having a good time right now. Actually, no, Dobby's having a great time. He has no idea. Complete oblivious bliss and explosive diarrhea. His fecal PCR was negative. He's just having a good time. And so if you did not notice, this was us at acupuncture. And then we do a second session of laser therapy. And all of these therapies are being done at least twice a week alternated. Woohoo. Dobby says he's like his mama and he doesn't like the color red. Laser therapy was scary. But Dobby, peeing is important. I don't understand why that's so hard to grasp around here. Dobby.Will.Pee. Do you hear me? Everybody say it with me. Please, I'm talking to you. I mean it sincerely. Say it, please, out loud. Dobby.Will.Pee. Put it out into the universe. It is a fact. It is not an ideal. Dobby, so help me. Also, to address one last thing, we have received a lot of inquiries on Dobby's adoption. And it is important to know that as with any of our babies undergoing medical or standard vetting, our priority is always getting to know them, their physical, emotional, and medical needs. And that is why even the kitties that do not go through intensive medical still require a period of time with me before they are ready for adoption. Considering applicants for Dobby at this time is not only at the very bottom of our priority list, but would also be at his detriment. There may be a time where I desperately need somebody to take over his care due to my own ailments. There likely will be, but right now, I'm still getting to know Dobby and what his needs are and what kind of person he would require. But not only are there countless other faces that have grown up all year long in our care waiting for their forever homes and are fully ready to go, we also have a bonded pair of Sphinx that we rescued in partnership with Wolfie Smiles, our Friends for Life Rescue Network, that are fully vetted, healthy, and ready for their forever. So even though I believe that all of these babies are so deserving of their happy ending, if your heart is truly set on a Sphinx and you have done all of the research, then these guys might be the right ones for you. And when the time comes for Dobby that he is deemed adoptable, in whatever capacity that might be, you will most certainly be the first to know. Okay, goodbye!